Don't be intimidated by the sprawling, bustling city of Bogota. Colombia's capital is truly historic and packed with touristy things to do, but it's also got a cool, hip, and even chic side to it as well. From its weekly Ciclovía bike route through the streets to Stroll Through La Candelaria, and its upscale neighborhoods filled with great restaurants, parks, and excellent nightlife, Bogota is a real cosmopolitan city. Let's explore the 10 best things to do in Bogota. However, before we start our countdown, we would appreciate it if you would subscribe to our channel Travel Boss and also share your favorite thing to do in Bogota in the comments. Let's get started. Number 10. Take a day trip to Villa de Leyva. This village has an impressive central square, cobblestone streets, and very well-preserved Spanish architecture. While you're here, check out some unique attractions like Casa Terracotta, a whole functioning house made out of clay. Many say it's the largest piece of pottery in the world. There's also a museum of fossils and even a vineyard. Number 9. Mercado de las Pulgas de Usaquén. This street market takes place on Sundays in Usaquén, a neighborhood in the north of Bogota. Vendors set up stalls and tents in the park and down the streets to sell handicrafts, trinkets, and lots of stuff that's different from the typical souvenirs you'll find in Colombia. You can buy high-quality, handmade goods like bags, shoes, and jewelry here. Number 8. Street Art Tour. You could just stroll aimlessly through Bogota and stumble upon a ton of great street art, but why not get the pros to show you around? Graffiti tours are another super popular activity here, and they're a great way to see the best of the best. Local guides will tell you a little something about the artist and the social movements that the paintings represent or the politics they're speaking out against. Number 7. The Botero Museum. Colombia's most famous artist, Fernando Botero, was from Medellin, and he painted portraits, famous people, animals, and fruits. The artist is known for his paintings of overweight folks, and many of his works now hang in the Botero Museum in Bogota. Located in a lovely, renovated colonial house with an internal courtyard, admission to this internationally important collection of art is free. The museum is also home to several pieces of art by other famous painters like Picasso, Monet, and Renoir. Number 6. Andrés Carne de Res. The original Andrés Carne de Res is in Chía, a little town outside of Bogota, but now there's a location in Zona Rosa as well. When you're ready for a wild night out, go with a big group or sign up for a trip with a hotel or hostel that'll provide transportation. This is a restaurant turned nightclub turned carnival where you can get your fill of Colombian food and all the merengue and salsa dancing you can handle. Number 5. The Salt Cathedral of Zipaquirá. One of the most popular day trips from Bogota. The Salt Cathedral is located in the town of Zipaquirá, about an hour outside the city. This whole cathedral was carved deep underground in a salt mine, and it contains alcoves for worshiping and beautifully lit crosses. It's huge too, like a small town set 590 feet beneath the earth, with places to eat and buy trinkets as well. Number 4. Plaza Bolívar. This sprawling, pigeon-filled plaza is home to Colombia's Palace of Justice, the Capitol building, the Cathedral of Bogota, and the city mayor's office. You'll see lots of police around, but they're just for security as the presidential palace. The Palacio de Nariño is just around the square too. Learn a little about Colombia's history, from its fight for independence to the days of Pablo Escobar's siege of the Palace of Justice, to really get the most out of your visit here. Number 3. Climb Monserrate. There's a little white church at the top, but the act of climbing Cerro Monserrate and seeing the city from above is the real attraction here. Be sure to stay hydrated and aware of the altitude though. There are a couple of overpriced fancy restaurants up top, but there's also a snack bar where you can grab drinks and food while you take in the views. Be careful who you go with though. The Colombian superstition surrounding the hill says that couples who visit Monserrate together will never get married. Number 2. The Gold Museum. Bogota's Museo del Oro is the most popular museum in the city, and it's home to more than 30,000 pieces of gold. There are 3 floors filled with artifacts collected from Colombia's pre-Hispanic cultures, each focusing on a different theme. Learn how these people discovered, mined, and then worked the metals, making jewelry, masks, bowls, offerings, and armor. Discover the symbolism and spiritual aspects of gold's everyday uses. Number 1. Stroll Through La Candelaria. This is probably the first thing tourists do in Bogota because La Candelaria is the historic center of the city. These colorful, bohemian streets are convenient to several tourist attractions, but the area can be a little sketchy, especially at night, so be aware of pickpockets. Follow the cobblestone streets, past colorful Spanish colonial buildings and university halls, check out the street art, and pop into a few cathedrals. These are the 10 best things to do in Bogota. Do you also think that strolling through La Candelaria is the best thing to do in Bogota? Share your views in the comments section below, and also don't forget to subscribe to our channel Travel Boss for more traveling videos.